Excuse me, sir.
Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear friends. My name is Ridhima, and it gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you to the fourth week of Read on Children's Literature Festival, Season 2, brought to you by Alchemy Art and Education Foundation. This charitable organization will facilitate performing arts to the last mile and also provide platforms for truly deserving talents from various performing arts streams spanning across India. The main objective of RENON is to encourage, motivate, and support children explore the world of literature through fun and experiential learning. Here at RENON, it's not only the participants and the guests who get to participate in their events. You guys, the audience, get to participate as well. We have all heard of famous poets such as Rabindranath Tagore, Edward Lear, Shel Silverstein, Lewis Carroll, and Dr. Seuss. But let's have a fun contest to test your knowledge on these poets and their poems. Today, we have two questions lined up for the audience, and whoever gives the correct answer first will win a special prize. Don't worry, the prize will be delivered home. So, moving to the questions, here are a few rules. You will have to WhatsApp your answers to the number displayed here 98413 27673. The person who gets the correct answer first will win a special prize. Don't worry, the prize will be delivered home. When typing in your answers, you will have to give your name and age. Answers typed in the YouTube and Facebook comment box will not be considered. Results will be announced at the end of today's performance. Repeating the number, you have to WhatsApp your answers to 98413 27673. On to the performances. This week we have 22 participants performing poems. Have you all heard of The Giving Tree, written by Shel Silverstein? This book is considered to be an evergreen moral story. Now we have Mithra reciting the poem Zombie Cat by Shel Silverstein.
Hello everybody, my name is Mithura. Today I am going to recite the poem Zombie Cat by Shel Silverstein. I wish I had a zombie cat. I'd feed him brains till he was fat. I wouldn't mind his leaky eye, 'cause zombie cat would never die. And when he bites the neighbor's cat, I'll have another zombie cat. Rotting, clotting, spotting kitties, taking over infected cities. And when his lids fall off at night, I'll sew them on and make them right. And if zombie cat should bite me, it won't matter. He's just like me. Thank you.
Beautiful, Mithra. Truly amazing. I am sure that all of you have heard of the famous poem Cat in the Hat at least once. Now we have Adre reciting the poem Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adve, and today I'm going to be reciting a poem called The Cat in a Hat. Have you ever seen a cat in a hat? Have you ever seen a cat in a hat? No, I've never. No, I've never. No, I've never, never, never. No, I've never seen a cat in a hat. Have you ever seen a fox wearing socks? Have you ever seen a rocket in your pocket? Have you ever seen a fish make a wish? Thank you.
How funny! I loved it. Did you know that the girl, one of India's most famous poet, taught ex-Prime Minister Indira Gandhi? Now we have Nirvi Jain reciting the poem Paper Boats by Rabindranath Tagore.
Hello everyone, I am Nirvi Jain and today I am going to recite a poem called Paper Boats by Rabindranath Tagore. Day by day I float my paper boats. One by one down the running stream. In big black letters I write my name and the name of the village where I live. I hope someone in some strange land will find them and know who I am. I load my little paper boats with surely flowers and hope that these blooms of the dawn will be carried safely to land in the night. I launch my paper boats and look up into the sky and see the little clouds setting their white bulging sails. I know not what playmate of mine in the sky sends them down the air to race my boats. When night comes, I bury my face in my arms and dream that my paper boats float on under the midnight stars. The fairies of sleep are sailing with them and ladding in their basket full of dreams. Thank you.
Amazing, Nirvi. Did you know that Edward Lear was a painter and composer even though he was a poet? Now we have Ritvika reciting the poem Owl and the Pussycat by Edward Lear.
Hello, good evening. I'm Ritika from grade junior. I'm going to recite a poem named The Owl and the Pussycat by Edward Lear. The owl and the pussycat went to see the beautiful pretty green boat. They took some honey and plenty of honey wrapped up in a 5-pound note. The owl looked up to the stars above and sang to a small guitar. Oh pussy, my love, what a beautiful pussy you are, what a beautiful pussy you are. Pussy said to the owl, elegant fowl, how charmingly sweet you sing. Oh, let us be married so long we have time. But what to do for a ring? They sailed away for a year and a day to the land where the tree grows. And there in the woods a piggy would sit with a ring at the end of his nose, with a ring at the end of his nose. Dear pig, are you willing to sell for 1 shilling, dear ring? Said the piggy, I will. So they took it away and marinated it by the turkey who lives on the hill. The giant onions and slices of a quince, which they ate with a runcible spoon. Hand in hand, edge of the sun, they danced by the light of the moon, the moon. They danced by the light of the moon. Thank you.
Ooh, I loved your way of reciting that poem, Ritvika. Now, the next few poems are going to be introduced by my dear friend and co-host, Vaibhav. Over to you, Vaibhav.
Thank you, Riddhi ma'am. Hello, everybody. My name is Vaibhav Hariprasad, and it gives me immense pleasure to invite you all to read on Children's Literature Festival Season 2. Did you know that Rabindranath Tagore was an avid ambassador of our Indian culture to the Occident? Our national anthem was his creation. He was the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize. One of the gems created by this feather on India's cap is called light. Today, we have Nitu Mira with us to render this poem. Take it away, Nitu Mira.
Hi all, my name is Nitu Mira and I'm going to recite the poem Light, written by Rabindranath Tagore. Light, my light, world-filling light, eye-kissing light, heart-sweetening light. How light dances, my darling, at center of my life. Light strikes my darling, the cause of my love. The sky opens, the wind runs wild, laughter passes over the earth. The butterflies spread their sails on the sea of light. Lilies and jasmines surge up on the crest of the waves of light. Out is shattered into gold on every cloud. My darling and it shatters gems in profusion. But it spreads from leaf to leaf, my darling, and gladness without measure. The heavens river hath drowned its banks, and the flood of joy is abroad. Thank you.
Thank you, Nitu Mira, for that splendid recital. Our next participant is Sanjana. She is here to recite a poem called Hop on Top by Dr. Seuss, the famous American poet who also happens to be a famous cartoonist. Theodore Seuss Geisel was best known for his children's books such as How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which got made into a Hollywood film in 2000. Let's hear it from Sanjana.
Hello everybody, my name is Sanjana. Today I'll be reciting a poem named Hop on Pop by Dr. Seuss. So let's start. Up, pop, poppin' up, cup, pop, poppin' cup, pop, cup, cup on pop, mouse, house, mouse on house, house, mouse, house on mouse, all tall, we all are tall, all small, we all are small, all ball, we all play ball, ball, wall, upon a wall, wall, fall, we fall off the wall, day, play, we play all day, night, fight, we fight all night, he, me, he is after me, him, Jim, Jim is after him, C, B, we see a bee, C, B, 3, now we see 3, red, red, they call me red, red, bed, I'm in bed, red, Ned, Ted, and Ed, in bed, Pat, Pat, they call him Pat, Pat, sat, Pat sat in a hat, Pat, cat, Pat sat in a cat, Pat, bat, Pat sat on a bat. No, Pat, no, don't sit on that. Thank you.
you, Sanjana, for that wonderful performance. Next, we have Vaishnavi, who will be telling the poem Snowball by Shel Silverstein, popularly known as Uncle Shelby. He was also a famous American poet, kid story writer, and songwriter. The spotlight is yours, Vaishnavi.
Hi all, good evening. I'm Vaishnavi. I'm very glad to be part of this Read On Festival Season 2. Today, I'm here to recite a poem, Snowball by Shel Silverstein. Snowball. I made myself a snowball as perfect as could be. I thought I would keep it as a pet and let it sleep with me. I made some pajamas and a pillow for its head. Then last night it ran away, but first it wet the bed. Thank you all for this opportunity.
That was a fabulous performance. Thank you, Vaishnavi. So, moving on to our first question for the day. Whoever sends in your answers first gets to win a special prize. Don't worry, the prize will be delivered to you at home. Before you can send in your answers, here are some rules. You will have to WhatsApp your answers to the number displayed over here. 98413 27673. I repeat, 98413 27673. While you're sending in your answers, you will have to type in your name and age. Answers typed in the YouTube live chat will not be considered. Repeating the number again, you all have to WhatsApp your answers to 98413 27673. So, are you all ready for the question? Okay. Shel Silverstein's book was the first children's book to make it to the prestigious New York Times bestsellers list in 1981. What's the name of this book? I repeat, Shel Silverstein's book was the first children's book to make it to the New York Times bestsellers list in 1981. What is the name of this book? Next up, we have Srivatsan. He is here to recite a poem titled How Pleasant to Know Mr. Lear, penned by Edward Lear. Hey, fun fact, Edward Lear was popularly known as the father of limerick. Limericks are humorous, 5-line poems. Over to you, Srivatsan.
Srivatsan, we are not able to hear your audio. Would you like to start from the beginning, please? We can't hear your audio. Can his audio be tested?
Yes. Srivats, just
Yeah, Pradyumna,
also
just
just
take
say
over, please.
something. Okay. What we'll do is we'll go forward with the next performer, and by then we will check for Srivatsan's audio.
Srivatsan might be disengaged and come back, join back again.
Over to Vaibhav.
Our next performer is Sahana Balaji. She will be reciting No Difference by Shel Silverstein. This poem talks about the differences that we are surrounded by in our daily life and how we as kids can take it in stride. Let's hear it from you, Sahana.
Hello everyone, my name is Sana. Today I'm going to be reciting the poem No Difference by Shel Silverstein. Small as a peanut, big as a giant, we're all the same size when we turn off the light. Rich as a sultan, poor as a mite, we all work the same when we turn off the light. Red, black or orange, yellow or white, we all look the same when we turn off the light. So maybe the way to make everything right is for God to just reach out and turn off the light. Thank you.
That was indeed wonderful. Thank you, Sahana. Next in line is Dia to recite another poem by Dr. Seuss titled There's a Rocket in My Pocket. Let's hear Dia tell us about the strange, imaginary creatures in this little boy's house. Over to you, Dia.
Hi everybody, my name is Tia and I'll be presenting an extract from the poem There's a Rocket in My Pocket by Dr. Seuss. Did you ever have the feeling there's a basket in your basket? Or a neuro in your bureau? Or a wasset in your closet? Sometimes I feel quite certain there's a curtain in the curtain. Sometimes I have the feeling there's a lock behind the clock. And that shelf, upon that shelf, I have talked to him myself. That's the kind of house I live in. There's a nink in the sink and a zamp in the lamp. And they're rather nice, I think. Some of them are very friendly, like the yacht in the pot. But that yacht in the bottle, some are friendly, some are not. I like the Zabel on the table and the gear under the chair. But that sofa on my sofa, well, I wish he wasn't there. All those numbers in the cupboards, they're good fun to have about. But that tooth crush on my toothbrush, him I could do without. The only one I'm really scared of is that bug under the rug. And so are many, many other friends that I have found. Like the geeling on the ceiling and the shower in my shower and the Zillow on my pillow. I don't care if you believe it, and so are no. I don't care if you believe it. That's the kind of house I live in, and I hope we never leave it. Thank you.
You really took us with you to the little boy's fantasy world. Thank you, Dia, for that wonderful performance. There are many more performers waiting to be heard, but to introduce them to you, I shall hand it to Ridhima. Over to you, Ridhima.
Thank you, my love. Now, don't you all hate homework? I wish there was a machine to do homework. Now, all you homework haters out there, listen up. We have Sri Ranjani reciting Homework Machine by Shel Silks.
Hi everyone, my name is Sri Ranjani. Today I am going to present the poem The Homework Mission by Shel Silverstein. The homework mission. Oh, the homework mission. Most perfect contraption that we ever see. Just put in your homework, then drop in a dime. Snap on the switch and in 10 seconds time, your homework comes quick and clean as can be. Here it is 9 plus 4 and the answer is 3. 3? Oh me! I guess it's not perfect as I thought it would be. Thank you.
Oh, I have to try that out. Did you know that Rabindranath Tagore's original Nobel Prize was stolen? Now we have Arjun reciting the poem Paper Boats by Rabindranath Tagore.
Hello everyone, my name is Arjun. I am going to enact a poem called Paper Boats by the famous poet Rabindranath Tagore, who has written a national anthem for our country and for Bangladesh. Day by day, I float my paper boats one by one down the running stream. In black letters, I write my name and the name of the village where I live. I hope that someone in some strange land will find them and know who I am. I load my little boats with truly flowers from our garden and hope that the blooms of the dawn will be carried safely to the land at the night. I launch my paper boats and look up into the sky and see little clouds setting the white bulging sails. I know not what playmate of mine in the sky sends them down the air to race with my boats. When night comes, I bury my face in my arms and dream my paper boats float on and on under the midnight stars. The fairies asleep are sailing in them, and the lading is their basket full of dreams. Thank you.
Oh, how sweet, Arjun. Now we have our special guest, Madhav Ramesh. Madhav Ramesh is a self-taught flautist for over 9 years and counting, collaborating with various musicians and artists from around the world and releasing about 100 plus tracks on YouTube. He is also a freelance flautist and has recorded about 22 projects from around the world. His major influences would be Pedro Estouche, Hariprasad Chaurasia, and Jethro Tull, whom he also considers to be his big role models. He now collects different types of wind instruments. His collection boasts of a didgeridoo, the tin whistle, a crystal glass flute, several Indian bamboo flutes, and a Western key flute or the Western concert. I call up on Madhav sir. Over to you, Madhav sir.
Yeah, hi guys. Hi. I think I should first say I love the energy you kids have. The energy level is so much. I think I can watch you all day long. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, I'll be doing, some flute performance. I think all of you must have seen the Lord Krishna holding a flute. That's the bamboo flute. But let's say now Krishna holds a modern flute. Now that's the Western flute, or what we call it, the Western key flute. Now this is what we call the Western key flute. I'll play some of these songs for you folks. Starting off with a very famous song called The Titanic. I hope all of you know the song. Those of you who know, those of you, who can sing along, just feel free and sing along. I think all of you know, this very cute panda that comes in the movie called the Kung Fu Panda. So that's the next song. Moving on to the last song. It's called 1,000 Years. I think most of you must be knowing this song. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope all of you knew the song.
Sir, that was awesome. I really loved it. Now I call up on Vijay sir to have a short interactive session. Over to you, sir. Over to you, Vijay sir.
Yeah, hi, Madhav.
Hi, Vijay.
I must just say it was fabulous, fantastic, mesmerizing.
Thank you so much.
Rather, I would love to start this interaction section of ours with a comment that's come from one of the audiences, which is worth reading out here. It's there on the YouTube live now.
Yeah.
So the comment says, Madhav, the name is apt to the instruments. You have moved our hearts with your music, just like the Lord himself.
Thank you so much. I think it means a lot.
I know. So which is
Thank
why I
you.
said, let us start with this wonderful comment that is showered upon you this evening.
Lovely.
The sound that you have been producing through your flute has been mesmerizing.
Thank you.
And it is soul-filled and it is highly engaging.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into a quick conversation with a young upcoming flautist, Madhav Ramesh, based in Chennai, is a self-learned flautist. That's what his profile reads. Though he had a slight training, a slight period of training in the bamboo flute, but then he moved on to the metal flute that he plays today. Madhav has studied from the KV school in Ashok Nagar and then moved on to Chinmaya Vidyalaya. Namur Chennai Payandan. பெருமையா சொல்லிக்கலாம் நம்மூர் சொத்து சொல்லிக்கலாம். And today has multiple activities up his sleeve. He's connected with the tourism department. He's also a digital marketing entrepreneur on one side, and he also runs classes for flute lessons, as well as got a recording studio, and also gets into a lot of collaboration with musicians. So that's Madhav for all of us. Madhav, the first question to you this evening. You say you're a self-taught flautist. Now, first of all, to find somebody picking up flute as a practice instrument or as an instrument of passion is very rare, because generally we find the keyboard players, guitar players, drums, these are the most selling lessons, that are going on. Moving forward, you would have mridangam, you would have violin, people go in for that. Flute. So how did this come about in your life?
Yeah.
Over to you.
Yeah, I think for this question, I'll give all my credits to my parents. So I think it's a funny story. So I have two brothers and a sister. So, we were made sure all of us were put into some kind of, music. So all credit goes to them. So what happened was, like you said, all the mainstream instruments like, guitar, percussion, tabla, strings, all of it was assigned to my, brothers. And then, dance was assigned to my sister. So then my parents thought, okay, what's left for this guy? Let's think of something. And that's when they knew, okay, the wind instrument is, that section has not been covered. Chalo, let's put him into that. So that's how I got into the whole flute at the age of 5. So then after that, how I came to, so it was my own interest to move into metal flute. How I did it was, if you would remember, there's this Hrithik Roshan's advertisement on, I think, Reliance ad. So, he would be playing the flute. So that's the first time I saw this flute on the television. And I was like, what's that? It looks like a flute, but I didn't know it was a flute. And then I started doing research over here. I found Trinity London School of Music over here that's affiliated with these instruments. And that's how, I eventually got into this instrument. And I took books and started reading on how to do the fingerings and random YouTube videos. That's how I self-picked myself.
Wow. Yeah. This is fabulous to know that the fire in you has driven you to this extent that you play so well today.
Yes.
Earlier this evening, when we were having a small chat, you told me that you listened to a song 50-60 times. That number just caught onto my head. 50-60 times.
Yeah.
My God, that's a lot of patience.
Yes.
To detail a song and understand it. So generally, how many hours of practice have you been into to get to this kind of proficiency?
Yeah. So I would say the number of hours has been less, but what's more important is the consistency, how daily you practice. That's all is a secret to any mastering instrument. So when I was during my college days, I started practicing at least 2-3 hours a day. And so because, I knew I couldn't join any of the classes, how do I self-teach myself? So I started watching random YouTube videos. My only skill was to, naturally that came was to listen to songs. So what I do is a very simple method. I take a song that I like, just a random song that I take. I put it on the VLC media player. I just slow down the music. So I do not know notes, frankly. I do not know Sarigama Padanisa. So how do I then replicate this on a flute? So my only way was to slow down the music completely, listen to one note at a time in the song. So I will take one paragraph, one stanza for that 1 week. I will listen to it again and again and again. So if I take first 10 seconds of the audio, I've listened to it like I said 50, 60 times and try it on the flute. So the same I keep repeating for the one song for the entire week. So in 1 week, I know the entire song by heart. So that eventually I started doing every year, year after year, songs after songs. I started challenging myself. And today I can just do it in 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Give me a completely new song. I can listen to it just 2-3 times and replicate it on the flute. That's how I build over time. Luckily today, YouTube has a feature of slowing down the song. So, you could do it directly on YouTube. Before I had to download each song and put it on the VLC media.
Right. Okay. Wow, this is a wonderful tip that you've given to all the upcoming musicians,
Yes.
How they could slow down a track, listen to it in detail, and then pick on that detailing and then master it,
Yes.
Which is a lovely tip that you've given to our youngsters today.
Yeah.
Because this is part of a festival, I would love to talk to you for a long time, which I would definitely do during a different video recording of ours. I would love to invite you to one of our video recordings where we do work with artists and try and showcase artists and their works beyond. At Read On, because we have a limitation of time because of the performances lined up, I will dip into the last question, unless the audience, if you have any questions, you are welcome to ask that in the YouTube chat box. We still have a couple of minutes and I can ask Mr. Madhav on that question and get you that answer from him. Okay, everybody is just odd. I guess they're all speechless. I've been getting, thumbs up and hearts and claps, and that's what has been flowing into the chat box there. Lovely.
Thank you so much out there. Thank you.
What do you think about this Read On Children's Literature Festival, and how does it impact you?
Yeah, I think I would say it's a very good initiative, to start off this whole experiment for kids at a very early stage. Now, this is the stage, to develop all the concentration, social skills, communication skills, whatnot. And those skills are very, very important to start, developing them at a very early stage. Like a very simple example, I started flute at the age of 5 because that influence was there at that age. I could then pick it up at a later age. So this kind of a work that you guys put into is very, very important. And it's okay. Kids may not like, reading books or, being pushed into all of these art forms. But at a later stage, when they come to about, 20, 25, they'll then realize the importance of, all this hard work that's been put into. But otherwise, what's very important is also it sparks the child's imagination and it stimulates curiosity. For a very simple example, now there is some book that's been published and the same that's been, produced as a movie. But today, when you go and ask, even today, if you ask any people, which was better, the book or the movie, everyone would say, the book was very good. Now, why would they say that the book is very good? So what they do is they put ourselves in, in the story in front of them. So that's what reading does to you. This allows them to develop an empathy and experience lives of other characters and within the book that they read. Now this not only helps within the book reading imaginations, but then children can then use this understanding to empathize in the real world with other people. So these are very little nuances that helps kid in the very early stages. But otherwise, I can tell there is cognitive development and there's a strong deeper understanding. So a book can take us anywhere, to another city, to a different country, or or even to an alternative world. So that's the power of reading a book. Also for parents, I would say it builds a stronger relationship. Like if a parent reads with a child on a regular basis, then they will undoubtedly develop a stronger relationship with them. So as an artist myself, I use my imagination skills through flute. So probably, we know we have multiple ways of expressing imaginations through various forms of art. So I believe reading books initially develops that whole skill, and then they can find their different ways in performing. So I think this has impacted me, reading about you guys, watching about all your videos, knowing that kids at this age do it. I wish I had done it then, but it's amazing. It's amazing.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much for this wonderful response. And from all of us at the Alchemy family, we shower our best wishes to you,
Thank you.
in your journey, in whatever you deem is your journey and is your passion in life.
Yes.
We are so grateful for your presence here this evening, and enticing and enriching our young performers here and inspiring them into a new thought process.
Yes.
And I would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the efforts of Swati ma'am, because of whom we have got Madhav Ramesh this evening. Thank you, Swati ma'am, for your wonderful efforts. And thank you, Madhav, and all the very best to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All the best to the kids performing next. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Over to you, Ridhima.
Thank you, sir. Let's get back to our presentation. I am sure that all of you are scared of crocodiles. How about meeting an angry crocodile in the middle of the woods with a toothache? Now we have Dishita reciting the poem Crocodile's Toothache by Shel Silverstein.
Hello everyone, my name is Darshita. Today I'm going to be reciting the poem of the Crocodile's Toothache by Shel Silverstein. Oh, the crocodile went to the dentist. He sat down in the chair. The dentist asked, "Now tell me, sir, now why does it hurt and where?" The crocodile said, "I'll tell you the truth. I have a terrible ache in my tooth." And he opened his jaw so wide, the dentist climbed right inside. And the dentist laughed, "Oh, isn't it fun?" And he pulled each tooth out one by one. And the crocodile cried, "You're hurting me so. Please put down your pliers and let me go." But the dentist just laughed with a ho ho ho. "I still have 12 to go." Oops, that's the wrong one. I confess. But what fun crocodiles do more or less. Then suddenly the jaws went snap. The dentist was right off the map. Where did he go? One could only guess. To north or south or east or west. He left with no forwarding address. But what fun dentist more or less. Thank you.
Ooh, I wouldn't want to meet an angry crocky. Don't you wish your steps were silent so you could sneak some candy at night? Now we have Morla reciting the poem. Steps by Rabindranath Tagore.
Hello everyone, I am Morla Varnika. Today I am going to recite a poem, Silent Steps by Rabindranath Tagore. Have you not heard his silent steps? He comes, ever comes, every moment and every age, every day and every night. He comes, ever comes. Many a song have I sung in many a mood of mind, but all their notes have always proclaimed. He comes, ever comes, in the fragrant days of sunny April, through the forest path. He comes, ever comes, in the rainy gloom of July nights, on the thundering chariot of clouds. He comes, ever comes. In sorrow, after sorrow, it is his steps. It press upon my heart, and it is the golden touch of his feet. It makes my joy to shine. Thank you.
Oh, I wish I also had silent steps. Now, the next part will be handed over to another friend and a co-host of mine, Ashwan. Over to you, Ashwan.
Thank you, Marla. Hello, everybody. My name is Ashwant. We have had some wonderful performances today, with Marla performing a beautiful Rabindranath Tagore poem. Speaking about Rabindranath Tagore poems, we have the junior poet Adira with the poem Where the Mind is Without Fear by Rabindranath Tagore. Over to you, Adira.
Hello everybody, I am Aditi Krishna and I am going to recite a poem that the mind is without fear, written by Rabindranath Tagore. Where the mind is without fear and head is held high, where knowledge is free, the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. Where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the daily desert sand of that habit, where the mind is led forward by deed into ever widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my father led my country away. Jai Hind. Thank you.
A brilliant performance, Adira. It is amazing that Tagore has written so many good poems. Did you know that Rabindranath Tagore invested his money, which he got from winning a Nobel Prize, in constructing a school? The school name was Vishwabharati in Shantiniketan. The school nurtured many distinguished personalities, including Indira Gandhi. Now we move on to Aksharasri, who's going to be performing the poem Waiting by Rabindranath Tagore. Come on, Aksharasri.
Hello everyone, my name is Akshara and I'm going to be reciting the poem Waiting by Rabindranath Tagore. Waiting, the song I came to sing remains unsung to this day. I have spent my days in stringing and in unstringing my instrument. The time has not come true. Have not been rightly set. Only there is the agony of wishing in my heart. I have not seen his face, nor have I listened to his voice. Only I have heard his gentle footsteps from the road before my house. But the lamp has not been lit, and I cannot ask him into my house. I live with the hope of meeting with him, but the meeting is not. Thank you.
Great performance, Aksharasri. We have had some great performances till now. But now I'm going to ask you guys a question. Please send your answer to the number shown on the screen 98413-27673. And if you get the correct answer, you will be informed. Now, for my question. Dr. Seuss was the pen name of this popular children's poet. What was his full name? I repeat the question. Dr. Seuss was the pen name of this popular children's poet. What was his full name? Please send the answer to the number given. Now, for our next poet, Vishwagna, who will be reciting the poem Falling Up by Shel Silverstein. Get going, Vishwagna.
Hello everyone, my name is Vishwagna. I'm going to perform a poem called Falling Up by Shel Silverstein. I tripped on my shoelace and I fell up to the rooftops, up to the town, up past the treetops, up to the mountains, up where the colors blend into the suns. It got me so dizzy when I looked along. It got me sick to my stomach and I threw down. Thank you.
That was an awesome performance, Vishwa. Shel Silverstein was a great songwriter, writer, poet, and cartoonist. He used the alias Uncle Shelby in some of his books. One of the more popular books he wrote was Uncle Shelby's ABC book, which was a comedy book. Now, let us see another poet step it up with Desh, who's going to be reciting the poem The Owl and the Pussycat by Edward Lear. Let's go, Desh.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to recite the poem The Owl and the Pussycat by Edward Lear. The owl and the pussycat went to see the beautiful big rainbow. They took some honey and plenty of money wrapped up in a 5-pound note. The owl looked up to stars above and sang to a small guitar. Oh, lovely pussy, oh, what a beautiful pussy you are. You are, you are. Oh, what a beautiful pussy you are. Pussy said to the owl, you elegant fowl, how charmingly sweet you sing. Let us be married. Too long we have tarried, but what shall we do for a rain? They sailed away for a year and a day to the land where the balm tree grows. And in the woods, a piggy wig stood with a ring at the end of his nose, his nose, his nose, with a ring at the end of his nose. Dear pig, are you willing to sell for 1 shilling your ring? Said the piggy, I will. So they took it away and were married next day by the turkey who lives on the hill. They dined on mince with slices of mince, which they ate with a runcible spoon, and hand in hand, the edge of the sand, they danced by the light of the moon, the moon, the moon. They danced by the light of the moon. Thank you.
A brilliant performance, Dish. The poet Edward Lear popularized the 5-line comic verse known as a limerick in the Book of Nonsense. He also popularized nonsense poem. In fact, in this poem, he coined the word runcible. If anybody noticed something odd about the word while he told it, please comment in the chat. The thing that is odd or funny about the word is that no one knows the meaning of it. Anyways, let us move on to the next poet, Ruhan, who will be reciting another poem by Shel Silverstein, Oak and Rose. On to you, Ruhan.
Hello everyone, my name is Ruhan. I'm going to recite a poem, The Oak and the Rose by Shel Silverstein. An oak tree and a rose bush grew young and green together, talking the talk of growing things, wind and water and feather. And while the rose bush sweetly blew, the oak tree grew so high that now it spoke of new things, eagles, mountain, peaks, and sky. I guess you think you're pretty big. The rose was heard to cry, and streaming as blossom as a pool to the treetop in the sky. Now we have no time for flower talk because you've grown so tall. It's not so much that I grown, said the tree. It's just that you seem so small. Thank you.
A fine performance, Ruhan. Shel Silverstein was in fact expelled from the University of Illinois because of poor grades. Imagine what their reactions would have been when they heard how successful he had become. Till now, we have had some great performances by our junior poets. There are more junior poets to come, and to introduce them to you, I will hand it over to Ridhima again. Over to you, Ridhima.
Thank you, Ashwin. Now, Don't you all love your birthdays? We have Akshara reciting the poem Happy Birthday to You by Dr.
Hello everybody, my name is Akshara Gopalakrishnan. Today I'm going to be narrating a poem called Happy Birthday, written by Dr. Seuss, written by Michelle. Who wrote The Cat in the Hat, the green egg and the ham. He created a honk and a grinch, the Lorax and Sam I Am. He liked to write stories. He wrote a great time. When we read a story, we'll have a great time. It's March 2nd. It's a very important day, Dr. Seuss. Happy birthday. We say thank you.
I wish it were my birthday today. Don't you love boating under a sunny sky? We have Aiden here reciting the poem A Boat Beneath the Sunny Sky by Lewis Carroll.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Aiden Grektame. Today, I'm going to recite a poem, A Boat Beneath the Sunny Sky by Lewis Carroll. A boat beneath the sunny sky, lingering on a dream in an evening of July. Children tree that nestle near, eager eye and willing ear. Lovingly please the simple tale to hear. Please the simple tale to hear. Long has paled the sunny sky, echoes fade and memories die. Autumn frosts have slain July, till she haunts me phantom-wise. Our lives moving under skies, never seen by waking eyes. Children yet the tale to hear, eager eye and willing ear. Lovingly shall nestle near, in a wonderland they lie, dreaming as the days go by, dreaming as the summer start. Ever drifting down the stream, lingering in the golden gleam. Life, what is it but a dream? Thank you.
That made me feel relaxed. Now we have Sudeep reciting the poem Trampoline by Shel Silverstein.
Hi all, I am Sudeep. Today I am going to recite the poem The Trampoline by Shel Silverstein. Bouncing on the trampoline so high above the ground. Just as I was going up, I saw her coming down. She had a daisy in her hair. She wore a silken gown. But when she started going up, I was coming down. I tried to say, "Hello, nice day." She smiled and spun around. "Come up a while with me," yelled she. But I was going down. And so as yet we have never met, because we are sadly found that one is always going up while one is coming down. Thank you.
Superb, Sudeep. Because a performer, Srivatsan, had an internet delay, I hereby call upon Vaibhav to introduce him again. Over to you, Vaibhav.
Thank you, Ridhima. Next up, we have Srivatsan. He is back again. He is here to recite a poem titled How Pleasant to Know Mr. Leo, penned by Edward Lear. Hey, fun fact, Edward Lear was popularly known as the father of limerick. Limericks are humorous 5-line poems.
Over to you, Srivatsan.
Hello everybody. Hello everybody. My name is Srivatsan. Today I am going to recite the poem How Pleasant to Know Mr. Lear by Edward Lear. How pleasant to know Mr. Lear, who has written such volumes of stars. Some thinks him ill-tempered and queer, but a few finds him pleasant enough. His mind is concrete and fastidious. His nose is remarkably big. His visage is more or less hideous. His beard resembles a wig. He has ears, 2 eyes, 10 fingers. He used to be one of the singers, but now he's one of the dons. He sits in a beautiful parlor with hundreds of books on the wall. He drinks a great deal of masala, but never gets tipsy at all. He has many friends, layman and clerical. Old Foss is the name of his cat. His body is perfectly spherical. He wears a runcible hat. When he walks in waterproof white children, running out, so calling out, he has gone in his nightgown, that crazy old Englishman. Oh, he weeps by the side of the ocean. He weeps on the top of the hill. He purchased pancakes and lotion and chocolate shrimps by the mill. He reads, but he cannot speak Spanish. He cannot abide ginger beer. Array, the days of his pilgrimage vanish. How pleasant to know Mr. Lear. Thank you.
Thank you, Srivatsan, for that super performance. I will hand it back to you, Ridhima.
Okay, and that brings us to the end of today's performances. Before we end the show, here are the results of today's quiz. The answer to the first question is a light in the attic, and the winner is Ruhan. The answer to the second question is Theodosius Giselle, and the winner is Sahitra. Congratulations, winners. With that, we end the 4th week of Freedom Children's Literature Festival 2021. I hope you had a great time. We will be back next Sunday for another set at 6:30 p.m. on Alchemy Kids Day, the YouTube channel, for another set of amazing performances. Till then, take care and good night.